Hey guys, Kuzo here, back with another stream. I'm gonna go here, like always, and go grab some linkage here real quick. Doo-doo-doo. And I'm also going to go ahead and, oh my goodness, Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some music here real quick. What's up, everyone dropping in? Look at everyone dropping in here. Alright. Slower link drop than normal. Bam. Didn't have my music playing beforehand. How dare I? How dare I? How dare I do that to us? Now, let me double check I didn't accidentally grab some random link. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, 27 people in here. Good to see everybody. What's up, Rain? What's up, Sray? What's up, Erich? Not gonna pronounce that last name. What's up, Arbery? What's up, Ben? What's up, Jordy? Look at everyone coming in, the gang. Getting some usuals. Captain Nug _ Alright, let's get to some draws in. Saw the practice on Instagram? Yeah. I was drawing until 7 this morning, actually. Alright, so let's get to some drawing. Let's get some warm-ups going. What should I do here? Hey, what's up, Cree? Good to see you in here. Alright. So where we are in the camera, we're going to be here in the camera. Alright. Oh, we are way off the camera. That was ridiculous. Let's bring it up even further. I forget that I actually moved my tablet on one of the streams, so that was easier to actually draw where I wanted to draw, and now I'm used to drawing where I don't want to draw. It's kind of sounds contradictory, but it's true. Hey, what's up, Pickle Rick? What's up, Soul Reaper? What's up, Sleepy? What's up, Prince and 8? What's up, Panda? It's my favorite manga. All time, I'd have to say Naruto had the biggest impact on my life. So. You always have the option for the subbed or dubbed. I like dubbed because I'm a fake weeb. No, I like to watch my anime. I don't like to read it. I read manga. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm not the fastest reader, and I feel like I'd rather enjoy the art and story with mediocre, some people say horrible voice acting. Uh, I think the voice acting is just fine. I mean, I grew up watching Naruto, saying believe it. So let's just say I've heard worse than 2021 to 2020 voice acting dub. Come on now. Don't okay, let's put it this way. You guys probably never heard the first American release of Bakuman that was English dub. It was so bad. It didn't get taken off shelves because it was so bad. It got taken off shelves because of some sort of copyright issue, but it was so bad that I couldn't believe it was even on shelves. All right, let's get a gesture going here. I got a bit of a gesture, but I want to try to get sure we get it on the screen. This is such a hard balancing act, getting on the screen with this new... Maybe I should move it back. Dude, it was so bad. I can't believe it. It's not a thing anymore. Bakuman never got officially dubbed. This DVD got taken out of stores, and I think it had, like I said, copyright issues. It was horrid. Like... Naruto seemed like a masterpiece. Got 61 people in. Good to see everyone. What are you talking about? Just got here. Bakuman dubbed that got taken off store shelves way back when. All right. So let's continue some drawing here. Yeah, basically right now I've just been trying to fill up some gaps and holes in my art, and I've been doing some brushing up, practicing, studies. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Good to see you in here. Yeah, right? If everyone was here liking the stream, we'd be easily over 50. Anyone here? Like the stream if you want, don't have to, but if you don't, you can just leave. No, I'm kidding. Do what you want, but it must just be broken. There's like 76 in here. 76 people. It must be broken or something, I mean. That's my guess. Oh, 53, that's weird. Pick a Rick stream's not even in the notifications. Yeah, I don't even know what's... Dude, how do you draw hands like that? Nubs. Make things very nubby. That's what I recommend for this. Make things very nubby. Alright, now I need to not forget. So when I'm streaming and I did all this practicing, all that practicing can easily just go out the window because you're distracted by everything. So I need to try to remember the things that I've been learning these past few days and re-remembering, because when you learn something, there's a period where you kind of remember it, then there's a period where you remember it, then there's the period if you practiced it enough it becomes second nature, and then if you don't practice it enough that it becomes second nature, when it's second nature and you let it go away, it ends up reverting back to it kind of being knowledge that's not fluent, and then it eventually starts fading again, which is what can happen to you with like fundamentals if you don't practice fundamentals enough, even when you're really good. Like, for example, you'd be like, how would you not practice fundamentals when you're good and you're doing a lot of work? Here's how it works. Doing shortcuts. Because once you get good enough, you start doing a bunch of shortcuts. Sometimes when you do shortcuts long enough, you forget the reason why your mind starts detaching the reason why you made those shortcuts. And then it just has these shortcuts, and then sometimes the shortcuts leave out certain extremely important points to the fundamentals, and so it starts leaving holes and gaps in your work, especially earlier on. Of course, there's also just like really big masters that, like, there's also the people who do shortcuts but in their mind purposefully overlay the fundamentals as kind of a second nature, but they're still actually actively thinking about it, so it never goes away. So there's that too. So there's a lot of different facets to this type of stuff. So I got to kind of not stray away from what I've been studying here. Make sure hand gonna be there. Wrist. I'm not gonna see his wrist. You're gonna see nubby little finger mingers. Finger mingers. I don't know if we're gonna see Third or Louis today, because they live in a different time zone and I'm doing this a bit earlier than normal. You described the levels of how my high school Spanish knowledge is disappearing, and let me tell you, it's not second nature. Yeah, so when I learned Japanese, I understand what you're talking about. When I was in Japanese, and I actually learned quite a bit of Japanese, not a whole lot, not a bunch, but I learned quite a bit. Saying the numbers were pretty easy, but they're like ichi ni san roku nana hachi ku ju ju ichi ju ni ju san ju yon ju roku ju nana, and I can still kind of do that, but I don't know like kurisu watashi wa something. I used to be able to say, hi, my name is Chris, I'm from America. I don't know how to do that anymore. It's fine though. If I ever go to Japan, I'll make it a point to learn enough Japanese that I'm not completely that person that's just like, oh, me English speaker. You have to know English for me, because that's not how it works. Is their country. Of course, there are tourist places that purposefully have English-speaking staff there, which is kind of cool. It's very nice to have that. So that's very nice for those people who are specifically just tourists. Making sure I'm on camera. Cool. All right. This. All right. Cool. How do you ink? Well, typically there should be some ink in a pen, or you dip it in some ink and then you kind of just like put it on the paper, and you either go harder or lighter depending on wherever you want to put that. Digitally, you kind of just set it how. Obviously I'm being sarcastic. I know you're talking about how do you actually ink. Inking is all about pressure control, draftsmanship, and knowing where you want to make it thick and where you want to make it thin. Making it thick is essentially where you know there's not going to be as much light, unless you're doing it very stylistic and more cartoony sometimes. We got 105 people in here with 71 likes. Good to see everybody. But inking that's the simplified version of it, to be completely honest. When you look at anything, there's thicker parts to the line work and thinner parts. Go and look at all those works that you love and find out where they put the thick parts. And you do that enough, you will find a pattern. Also, try to replicate those spots that they do it in your own work. Alright, now let's go ahead and do some. I know everyone wanted me to do the face. That's what people like to see. Faces, I know. Sorry, I spent time on hands and groin. Alright, so actually, I should have done a design that I thought of last night. So I went to bed around 7, and then as I was trying to drift off, I thought of an idea, which I'm sure everyone this has happened to. You're like drifting off and you think of an idea. This is the first idea I thought of. It's like this little boy standing in this just design container with water, boat with some kraken tentacles, and then some fish flying up in the air, and there's going to be a night sky with black stars. It's probably going to be black and white or slightly monochromatic, and then some anchors hanging off. Yes, 7 o'clock. I drew from about 10:30 to 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning, and then I got up at 1. Well, it was like 12:30, and then this is then I sketched this right when I got up, because I thought of it right when I got up, but probably gonna make that into a little character design thing I do. No, 7 in the morning. Pound juice. I'm talking about 7 in the morning. 7 a.m. Okay. Jeez, the bass on that was massive. I could feel it bumping. I was actually just studying eyes. Like, like you could say Kuzo knows eyes. Yes. I wanted to expand a little bit on that because like I said, I've lost some knowledge on some of the more advanced features to eyes. Because you got your simple eyes, you got your eyes that have depth to them, which comes from either knowing how overlapping really works with eyes, or doing realism studies. Hi, how are you? Says Assalam. I'm doing good, man. Better than I have in quite a little while, actually. Drawing a human body turning from behind has been on my mind recently. Do you have any tips on make it easier? Turning from behind. Hey, what's up, Third? You did make it. I told everyone that you probably weren't going to make it. Well, actually, you might not make it because of the time. Me and Third were actually talking when it was still like 6-something, 7-something in the morning. I think one of the last things I did was text him. Hit him up on Insta. Alright. I don't know what you mean by like turning from behind, but I'm guessing you're talking about like, let's just do it from this perspective, because I've noticed that, first of all, I've drank too much coffee and I've only eaten one thing today so far since I woke up, so my hands are going to be a little bit wobbly. I ate a hard-boiled egg before the stream, so I'm hoping that's enough protein. I don't know if this is what you're talking about, but this is from the back. Booty. The booty. Maybe that's what you're talking about. I don't know. But it's one of those things where, honestly, this specific position is you could pretty much learn how to draw the body exactly like this, and then kind of learn how to draw this head position, kind of connect the two, and try to make it look natural. Jeju says, love your videos. You helped me so much with anatomy. Thank you very much. I'm glad it helped you. Excuse me. I'm glad it helped you out, man. It's the whole reason why I do a lot of those videos. He says, third, I woke up an hour ago. Ah, shoot. Yeah, I woke up. It's 5 o'clock, so about 4 hours ago. What's Bounty's Gate about? By the way, guys. Okay, so since I was staying up like all night drawing, right? I went and looked over some of my Bounty's Gate stuff, and I kind of like filled in some holes that I was kind of made me a little insecure about the manga. And not for like the first couple chapters. The first 2 chapters are kind of like, those are, you'll see. But after that, I filled in some things that make me happier about the long-term version of the story. So I'm kind of happy about that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. So basically, I'm going to be hitting Bounty's Gate pretty hard after this whole training session that I'm kind of going through right now. All right. Training session. All right, let's get this down here. Ew. What kind of hair do I want to do with this guy? Maybe after this we'll do some like 3-point perspective or something. also need to learn how to do more hand exercises. Because, let me tell you, last night, my hands started, my wrists more so, started hurting again. A lot more than normal. See, now that I drew some of his muscles, I don't want to draw a shirt on him. What happened? Alright, fine. We won't draw a shirt on him. We'll draw some, like, bandages. And then we'll draw, like, a high top thing here. Then we'll have, like, well, we'll have this here, but we'll also have some wire here, hang it down, have some bells. Why not? Have some random bells, you know, bellage manellage. See, so the process I'm going right now for my studies is I'm learning how to, I'm filling in all my cracks. I'm doing my basics again. I'm basically kind of filling in my foundation. Then I'm going to go into design, and I'm going to brush up on my shape design. And then as well, while I'm doing that, because shape design coincides with composition, because shape design and composition go together pretty well. And being able to have a base to be able to put that on, a base that you can do really easily, perspective, anatomy, style, that type of stuff, that's the process I'm going in right now. Because you're going to have a harder time understanding composition or at least being able to execute it to a point where you understand it really well when you're not as familiar with other stuff. You can do it, it's just going to be a little more difficult for you is all. That is all. Alright, what do I want to do? I want to make... Yeah. Do the wrinkle that way. And go that way. Oh. No. Because I'm going to have the other... I'm having a double belt. I also need to slow down sometimes. I find myself trying to go too fast, at least for myself. Speed will come more and more the more and more I do it. Bandages, yep. Any tips on the space between the eyes, specifically 3/4? You know, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I do not know these angles, like what people mean by it. You just said that twice. I know you're trying to get my attention, Blue Sky, but I'm gonna guess that it's the furthest. Like if I had to guess, it's what? This angle here? Like this angle? Like I never understood those terms. I mean, I understand what the angles are, but are we talking about from the front? So I guess we have 1 would be the front, 2, 3, so this is like the closest to the edge, I guess. So that, yeah, I typically don't get that. I know maybe I should, but any tips for it? Well, first you gotta know how to draw this head shape in general. Second of all, you want to think of it like this, this, this. So basically a slice of pie. And then you draw a slight oval, you're golden. If you're talking about distance, this could actually be further over, because I mean this is going to be stuck behind the eye. It's good to know depth. This could be further over. I mean, you got to understand that this is the nose bridge. This is the gap here, right here between your eye. Oh, this eye right here. If you look in the mirror, because of, you know, because of form. Once you learn form and depth. Alright, let's draw. I think I turned this into a tutorial session on accident. Thinking maybe you could have some holes in the, well, not holes, but shapes within the side trimmings of his hair. Yeah. Why not? Sure. Let's go with it. Yeah, you know, why not some bandages? Because we always do bandages up in huh. You know what I'm saying? Up in huh. Not on the fingers. Well, I'll do some on the tips right here, so it makes it look like they're ending, maybe. I guess. All right. Ah, mother. I mean, this song always scares the crap out of me. And I never expect it to come. I don't know why. You might see a finger down there. It's not going to be up that high. There's no way. Alright. Alright, whatever. Good enough for me, eh? I don't know why I just created almost like a triangle nipple there. see what Peep's saying up in here. We got 146 people in here. Good to see everybody. We got a big crowd in here right now. Have you watched your recorded streams while drawing lately? I was like, no, I don't really watch my own, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you're liking the content there. I am not even going to try to pronounce your name because there's a lot of like little ticks, and I know those are pronounced differently. Kuzu, are you a procrastinator? I am very much so, but learning how to be Kuzo cancel. It must have been the either the almost curse word I said, or me doing the almost Australian accent that was horrible. Anyways, the way I deal with that is by, if you're trying to say, oh, I should do this, and then you don't do it, instead of saying I should do this and then think about something else, say I should do this, I'm going to do it right now. Oh, I want to do something else, shut up. And then you tell yourself to shut up, and then you just do it. And then if you're complaining in the middle of it, tell yourself shut up. And then if you really want to do something else, you tell yourself, well, if I don't learn how to finish this stuff, if I don't learn how to do this, how am I ever going to compete with anyone in the professional industry? That's how I deal with it. It doesn't always work. It works the more and more you do it, to be honest. The more and more you do it, the stronger your will becomes to control your own thoughts and your own just mind trying to tell you, your mind trying to be lazy. Procrastination is either fear or trying to avoid hard work, which is laziness. Which not laziness, and laziness is always a bad thing, and I have the same problem. A lot of artists have the same problem. These are the worst bells you will ever see in your life. I should have looked up some bells. Just randomly drawing some bells here. I'm just randomly drawing some horrible bells. I gotta start doing looser blacks on these, because if I do too tight of blacks, it starts hurting my wrist. I'll go slower or something and not as hard, because it starts hurting right from here, nice up into here. Oh no, don't do it, Kuzo. I was like, maybe I should make these pants black. Great idea. Let's make my wrist hurt more. I was like, it makes sense to make them black, right? Like, because with contrast from this, I should have made the belts white. I'm just going to make the outlines for the shadows as if I were to fill them in with blacks. There. As if I were to fill them in with blacks digitally. And you can kind of see where it would fill in there. Skeeter McBeater with a super chat here. Sorry I haven't been around for a bit. Work been crazy. Watched the hatching vid on Patreon. Good stuff. Do you have a favorite symmetry practice? My favorite symmetry practice is the most annoying, hard, dumb practice where you just literally do symmetry. You quite literally take the concept of symmetry that just Do that. Because if you try to do it with the face, your mind's not going to try to learn how to be symmetrical. It's going to base it off of quite literally the facial structure, which is good to go to the facial structure and then do that. But these are practices that can help you where you actually literally draw something. Doesn't matter what angle it's at. Maybe this is even good to do it at a separate angle. Oh. Try to learn symmetry like that and do that over and over again. Creative laziness comes back to bite you sometimes. Don't rush me, I'm waiting for the last minute, right? No, it gets all of us, and I'm no master of it. But that's how that's the best way I've dealt with. Oh, by the way, super big thanks for the super chat, Scooter McBeater. I really do appreciate it, and it's all good, man. Take your time. Work can get pretty crazy. I know how it is. I've done all that stuff. Wow. You know, the whole time, getting to this level I did like 90% of it, maybe more than 90% of it, while working a second job. So it's totally fine at Dairy Queen or Starbucks. I'm the best procrastinator in Europe. I bet that's true, Third. Nah, it seems like you get your work done pretty well. They haven't fired you yet, right? You're still hired there. Hey, I love your art. Thank you very much. I think Jess. Or is it Jesse? Third's got the trophy. Yeah, let's just give Third the trophy. Maybe I shouldn't cross my legs. I'm going to cut off like some circulation or something. Okay. What do I want to do? Every time I try to do these designs in my head, I don't know, I guess maybe I'll try it. Lately I've been having this thing where I go to do a design in my head. Well, when I say lately, I mean like a few days ago, before my practice. And I would go to try to do the design in my head, right? And I'm sure all of you guys have this problem. You go do it, and then it turns out like crap. Doesn't look anything like it. Nope, don't lose sight. Don't lose sight, Kuzo. You got to understand the perspective you're going in. Don't be dumb. What sucks is it's going to go off the canvas from what I was imagining in my head. And it's going to go behind him. Slow down. No need to rush. You can get faster and faster. Better you get. Sometimes if you over rush things, it makes you mad, gets you frustrated, and the more experience you get, Third has all the experience in the world. Basically, if you're doing this all the time, of course you're going to be fast. So take it slow sometimes, but there are times where you need to just bang things out. Sounds kind of weird, but like gesture, if you do a bunch of gestures, you'll start noticing patterns. So even if they're fast, gestures are supposed to be fast. They're supposed to encapsulate a movement. So you're allowed to do those really fast. Sometimes If you're trying to get a very specific gesture, yes, you might have to, like for a panel or something, you might have to come back to it and like retry it a few times. But learning gesture, doing it really fast and making a bunch of mistakes is very important. This, in this case, you learn things from experience, and I think I'm learning something from experience right now because I do not want that right there. I do not want that right there. Now, let's try to move that up a little bit. Kind of wanted the bottom of his face to be showing. He's supposed to have like a goggle thing on. Almost like looking like a VR headset. Hey guys, first time, hey guys, what's going on? First time catching live stream. Awesome. Dex Key Wolf, thank you for dropping in. We've got 147 people in here. Good to see everybody. You know, I've always wondered, I noticed like at least 2,000 people watch the stream afterwards, and I'm like, where are all these people during the stream? Like, and then there's like 500 people that roll in like 2 hours after, and I'm like, okay, there's gotta be something going on here. I don't understand. Oh, this is so bad. This, see, I don't know. What do I want to do with the hair? Tie back, go forward, spiky, off to the side. Chunky Hinata looking hair. I'm kind of feeling forward spiky. Yeah, I'm feeling forward spiky. Let's do that. I didn't think about anything else for the design. I just thought about this dumb pose that isn't as dynamic as I would have liked it. Should have, making a dynamic pose has a lot to do with perspective. And when you start doing 3-point perspective is when it starts getting all sorts of weird. I mean, you could do it without 3-point perspective. You can make something look dynamic with them just standing there. I actually broke down how I do dynamic, like fully dynamic poses on my Patreon, how I think of them. I think I talked about it here. I based it off range, showing the full range, foreground, middle ground, not actual as in ground, but more so as in conceptually like having a foreground, middle ground, even if it's the person, and basically having something big, small, or big, medium, small, showing the range in your image. I have a question. Do you have pages of your manga already out, or are they only available on your Patreon? I do have previews of them on my Patreon. I have posted quite a bit of the pages that I do have on my Patreon, but I mean, they're not completely finished because I haven't screen toned them or put any text in. I'm not going to be putting any text in for a little bit. I don't want to put any text into any of the bubbles or anything as a preview until I'm closer to the end of the first chapter. So, ooh. By the way, anyone watching the remastered, reanimated Shaman King? I watched the first like 3 episodes, I believe it is. This is literally going to be people in the future, of course not kids, in war, flying drones, which has already become like a thing that we don't necessarily see. But have you ever seen those drone videos online where there's these people just sitting there with headsets on and they're flying these drones and they're just like, dude, they're so fast, it's insane. And it's pretty sweet, but these people, like, man, there's going to be a whole industry for that. Of course, those people are also going to be taken over by the AI, though. Those pilots. Let's just give this guy some cartridges. Let's just say it's from Bounty's Gate or something. I'm also going to be doing some certain structuring within the world building of Bounty's Gate. I'm going to be getting on some actual character designs for Bounty's Gate, because I know I do a lot of random character designs, and that's just letting my creative juices go. That sounds so gross. Just letting my creative, let's just go with them. Creative juices. Just let the creativeness flow. What do I want to do with this middle part? I could go thin in the middle. Should I go thin in the middle then? That might look cool if I go thin in the middle. Instead, let's just do that. Darn it. Alright, let's get some comments here. Creative juices. Sounds kind of sus, not gonna lie. Says Mifa. Mifta. I'm probably saying your name wrong. Creative juices says maybe I shouldn't read some of these creative juices ones out loud. Hello everyone, hope you guys are having a great day or night, or I hope you guys are having a good night. I don't know why I added that at the end for you, but Desquolor. Thank you for dropping in. Hopefully you stay. If you don't, it's okay. Heading off, your art is great. Have a great stream. Thank you very much, Connor. Have a good one. The moist creative juices. Let's not go there, Skeeter McBeat. Oh, I missed the Skeet McBeat beat. Patreon helping me a lot. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Oh, we are going to have to get going somewhat soon here, sadly. My stream today does have to be a little bit shorter. That's why I actually went. I started. It's going to be in about another like 15ish, 17, 18 minutes. But yeah. But we will have to get going here soon. But I was going to say, since I'm actually going early, it's going to give me a chance to be able to break down the anatomy sheets. I'm going to be shooting them up today on my Patreon. I have 3 of them, and they're all done. Like I said, I just have to break them apart. for all like the Photoshop documents and stuff. I've been working on changing my style. My current style is too generic. Got any tips? Depends on... Style's all about... There's a few things that make style, but some of the biggest things that I would say, there's a bunch of other nuance to it, but I would have to say some of the biggest things are ratio and line width. And what I mean obviously by that is the ratio in which how big or small you make things, and the width of your line within those, the eyes, towards certain creases, if it's all one width, if it's more cartoonish. From there, it's like, are the eyes bigger? Are the eyes smaller? There's a lot of different things that you can actually break style down into, but I feel like those are the two biggest things. You can add other things in there. There will always be new things you can add into, oh, this makes up style, this makes up style, but typically I would break it down into those two things. And also, I'm talking about black and white. If you go into coloring style, there's a huge range of coloring style, from flats to monochromatics to painting to almost kind of cell shading, to slightly more dull washed out color, more water paint, more, from there style can also be taken that far, but I'm talking about more so the actual shape and like style of your characters and how you draw your characters, not necessarily how you necessarily paint them. But then the line width goes into kind of, as for inking, kind of goes into that. But I would say go and look at the people who are a little bit less orthodox that you like as a creator, and see what you like from their stuff, and kind of take some of the stuff you like from their stuff and see how it fits into your style. It will be hard to do that, I'm not gonna lie, depending on what level you're at. It is hard to do that. It can go from nose shape too. So it's kind of like shape, ratio, and line quality, line width, color, stuff like that. I would say to focus on that type of stuff, because like there's a big difference between me doing a nose like this and me doing a nose like this, and that could create a whole style. Or me doing a nose like this, or me doing a nose like this, and me doing a nose like this. There's a range to it, and it also depends on age too, which when it comes to like noses and stuff, it's very, very fun stuff and very nuanced stuff. Gorim says, hey Kuzo, greetings from Philippines, good to see you, thank you for dropping in. And also, like I've mentioned before, there's a big thing where when you're looking, try not to look for style too much. Depends on what level you're at. The better you get, the more you learn about how to actually break down a style, and that will allow you to truly understand style at a different level. You'll be able to take the things that you like from each style a little bit easier. So much to learn. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just take it one step at a time. Anyone know of any manga or comics that use extreme experimental perspective? I don't specifically know myself. If anyone else knows, I know they're out there. I've seen them. I just don't know any names. Oh, I kind of missed your average weeb. Says Gotta go. Bye, guys. Sorry I missed your comment. Hope you have a great day, even if you're not here. The words are out there for you. I'm stuck. Don't understand perspective. You're gonna have to really watch a few videos on it. I actually have a video on the basics of perspective already. It's a very basic rundown of it, but it's one of my newer videos that is Learn How to Draw Anything Part 1. It breaks down some of the basics of perspective. I just realized I really have to go to the bathroom. Times this. Let's see if I have enough time to actually try to flex. No, I'm kidding. Let's see if I have any time to actually do this pose. Okay. I think I might have some time. I think I might have enough time. All right, let's. Dr. Stone says The Bee's Knees. Yes, it is very good manga. I haven't watched the rest of it, or read even the rest of it. I kind of dropped off on it. It is very good. I wish maybe there is a dub on Funimation. I will have to go check it out. Epic foot action. Hey, I know what you're getting at. You nasty little. I don't know back muscles completely yet. We did break it down that one day, but I don't know them completely, so I'm essentially gonna make them look like just basic versions, basic boys. The noodle finger there. Let's get the. No. There. Get the epic music going here. Come on, don't need none of that. Another thing about getting better as fast as you can. Don't skip the small parts. Learn how to not be lazy. And I have a big problem with that. And every time I wanted to be lazy on something, I would slow myself down and say, if you can't do this, how are you going to do everything else? Bun action. You look at the bum. Bam. You call it bam bum bam. Bad habits. Is that going away from us? I believe it is. Slow down. I know you want to just rush and get it done, but take your time. Basically telling myself to shut up and take my time. Ooh, my hand was shaking right there. Do you see this? Not happy with that foot. This one. I mean, I think we actually might be seeing almost... Are we going to see a... I think we might not actually see the bottom of it. It's almost like directly to its side, but you might see a tiny bit of the bottom. I think I over... There's a slight chance it might be almost straight off to the side, but I think this is okay based on, I think that's all right. I mean, where do you get reference for this stuff? You don't. That's the answer, you don't. I could have been a little bit more accurate with this, but I could point out my mistakes right now, but I'm not going to. I didn't follow perspective as faithfully as I should have here. That kind of looks funny. That doesn't. Oh my gosh. And if he had his legs straight up. Just doing a quick silhouette of it. Bam. That also looks like a big something else. Let's just put it that way. Wow. Alright, well, it's about that time. I am going to have to get heading out. That was a fun little session. Let's work on getting better. I want to make these streams like... I want to get better and make these drawing sessions look crispy and bring it over to the main channel. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was super fun. Let me read a couple here. What is your main job? What is your major goal? My goal has recently shifted. This was a fun stream, said Third. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad you joined in. I'm glad you stayed. It's awesome. Are you going to be streaming later, by the way? Just a question. I'm going to answer that. This is my main job. Yes, I do YouTube and Patreon. Those are the things that are my main job right now, and some commissions on the side. But for like 95% of my life when I was learning how to draw, I worked a second job, and they weren't like part-time. They were all either 40 or 80 hours a week. So, or sorry, not 80 hours. It was 40 or like 56 hours a week. So I might, not 100% sure though. All right. Well, if you do, I'll see you there, man. I'll see you there. In any case, don't give up if you're working a second job. It's okay. It's hard, but the biggest thing about wanting something is the determination, and that is what's gonna hold you together. Inspiration is nothing. You being dedicated and determined is what makes you go the distance. Because when you don't have inspiration, that's the only glue that holds you together. So, anyways, hope you guys have a good day or night wherever you are. See you guys in the next stream, next video. Peace out.